Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me. And if you're wondering where I'm at, I'm still in my house. I'm in the living room. I don't know what's been going on with my camera and this new update on my laptop, but I've been crashing out all week. And so if you haven't seen videos from me, it's probably because I've been going through a crisis. However, without a shadow of a doubt, there's an episode every Tuesday on the reality recap. So if you're not subscribed over there, please subscribe. It's available on YouTube and on all podcast streaming platforms. If you're wondering why I have that extra page, it's because I am now signed to the Unwell Network, which is Alex Cooper's network. And so, yeah, I produce videos basically doing the same thing I do over here, but over there every Tuesday. So please support me if you would like to. It's not compulsory. But in this episode, in this video, we're going to talk about the Love is Blind sagas that have been going on, the marriages, the divorces, the babies, and the new season of the Queer Ultimatum. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Now, I did hear that the most recent season of Love is Blind has some drama. Not going to lie to you, I don't even remember half of those people's names. So I'm not really going to touch on what's been going on over there because I have no idea what's been going on over there. But what I have seen is that Matt and Colleen have finally called it quits. It's about now time. Now, it's not to say that I'm wishing for people's marriages not to work out, but this is one of the ones that I was like, are we sure, guys? Are we really sure about this decision? And even after they had gotten married, it took them a few years, if I'm not mistaken, to actually get a place together. And then not too long after that, it didn't work out. There's probably a reason why y'all weren't staying together. Now, the streets are saying it was quite a toxic marriage. If that is true, it doesn't come as a surprise. There were times where we would watch Matt on screen and be a little bit concerned about what's going on behind closed doors in that relationship. So, hey, if you ask me, I'm not mad at the result. With that being said, there's actually some good news in the Love is Blind universe. There are 2 pregnancy announcements if you did not know. The first comes from AD and Olly. And I'm actually surprised that some people are still discovering that AD and Olly are together, let alone engaged, let alone pregnant. So if you did not know, AD and Olly met on the set of Perfect Match, which has yet to air. But at this point, what's even the point? We already know how that pans out. And so not too long ago, they announced their engagement. And last week, from the time that I'm filming this, I don't know when I'll put it out, they announced that they are pregnant. Now, some people think that the timing of the announcement was quite strategic because AD had just had her interview with Ashley. I reacted to it and another interview as well. It's a little bit of a poor quality video, but the content is good quality. I always give y'all good commentary. Come on now, y'all gotta give me that. So yeah, if you want to know my thoughts on the AD and Ashley interview, that is available on my channel. But there was a lot of pushback in the comments. A lot of people did not like how that interview was conducted. So some people speculate that the timing of the announcement was to kind of combat the negativity that was going on. Some people, y'all are so observant because some people were looking at the ultrasound and like, the baby kind of looks far along. Like, oh, maybe the proposal and the finding out that they were pregnant kind of went in tandem. Listen, man, it is what it is. At this point, there's a lot of unconventional ways that people get together, but it's not to nullify their relationship. We will see what happens between them, but it is exciting that they are having a baby nonetheless. Another couple having a baby, and yes, you are going to see my bias when it comes to this, is Lauren and Cameron.
In a world where love is blind, 2 strangers took a leap of faith. They built a home, a life, a legacy. But one question remained.
Should we just tell him?
Nah, let's draw it out.
Yeah.
It's good for engagement.
They waited. They prayed. They poked themselves repeatedly. After years of hope, love finds a new form. This fall, a new chapter begins.
So, do babies come with instructions?
Nah, just Google and prayers. Oh, and ChatGPT.
Hey.
You guys, I was so happy for them, just knowing how long they've been at this. They've been trying to conceive for 4 years, and they have gone through IVF. They've probably done some other things as well that we just don't know of. And it has only now taken, and it's an interesting situation with them because Lauren just lost her father this past Christmas. I think he passed on Christmas Day, and so she was pleading that if her father was going to be taken from her, please put a baby inside of her, and that's what happened. So happy for them. Cameron gave a PSA that y'all should not be trying to touch her belly. And absolutely, it's crazy that we even have to announce that. But I'm so happy for them. I did watch their most recent episode of The Love Seat. If you are an emotional girly like me, brace yourself because I did shed a few tears. It was quite emotional, but it's beautiful to see how far they've come. I just, so happy for them. Now, moving on to the ultimatum, I didn't think that this couple would get married, gonna be completely honest with you. Shanique and Randall. From what I recall with Randall, Randall was really dipping his toe into this experimental marriage, which is what we want on the ultimatum. The messier, the better. And so to me, it looked like maybe he was just buying time. But as time would have it, they ended up getting married. They shared their pictures with People magazine. It was beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Happy for them. It is a little bit different when people from the ultimatum get married compared to Love is Blind because they actually come onto the show knowing each other and wanting to be with each other and not just being thrust into a situation with essentially a stranger. So happy for them. We'll see what else happened. What happened to that one couple, the girl who smushed the guy in the face? Did they ever get married? Because that's another couple that I was like, I don't know if it's gonna get to that point. Yeah, y'all let me know what's going on with them. The last piece of information from the ultimatum is that the queer edition is coming back on June 25th.
My worst fear was that I would get to a point that I was ready and you were falling in love with someone else.
One of you is ready for marriage and the other one of you maybe not so ready yet. You will each choose a new partner and you will move in together for 3 weeks. Get the mound wet.
Oh, yeah?
Like, you want to hold hands now? You just want to walk away now?
I don't know if I can get past certain things if they were to happen.
It's definitely possible to fall in love with 2 different people.
How can you be in love with somebody else?
There's proof that you are.
Lesbians are brutal.
Now, if you watched my season 1 commentary of Queer Love, is it called Queer Love? Am I just calling it Queer Love? I'm gonna call it Queer Love because I like that. That's a nice title. I did say that I wouldn't be inclined to review season 2. The reasons were some people decided to run with certain narratives that I'm homophobic or whatever. Whatever. I've realized that the internet is unhinged. Oh my gosh, you guys. There was one girl last week who made up such an egregious lie about my boyfriend. And I needed that to happen because I was like, oh, I forget that the internet is unhinged and y'all don't actually know me. So yeah, you know what? I'm not going to let the comments deter me from reviewing season 2. I am back. I won't be in the comments as much as I was last season, but that's been a thing that I've changed most recently in general. If you do want to hear my comments on maybe things that you guys say in the comments down below, I actually do plan on doing that on the reality recap because I have people screening that for me. And so my feelings don't get hurt as much. This season, we actually get to see what people's pronouns are before they go on the show, because that was another problem too. People were saying that I was misgendering people, but unfortunately, the show didn't tell us who identified as what. So I'm going to go through the cast list. Just give me a second here to pull it up. Oh, it is called The Ultimatum Queer Love. Okay, good. I was like, did I just make something up? I knew there was something like that in there. Okay, so we're going to start with AJ and Britney. They have been together for 5 years. I will say, What an aesthetically pleasing couple. Oh my God, they are beautiful. They are beautiful. So AJ is 28. She identifies as she, her. She is the ultimatum receiver and is a Libra. She works as an administrative assistant. Her first queer crush was Tiana Taylor. And a fun fact is, I was once a radio personality in Orlando. So about AJ is hesitant to marry Britney because she doesn't want to always come second place to her ambitious partner's business. It's not about love. It's about whether we're truly ready to prioritize the same future, she says. That's not to say that Britney hasn't long tried to make it clear that a life with AJ is exactly what she wants. The two first met when Britney walked right up to AJ at a club, tapped her on the shoulder, and proclaimed, "Hey, I think you're cute." I genuinely didn't realize she was interested until she followed it up with, "I like girls. I want your number," explains AJ. How fitting that the two were first drawn together on the dance floor. Music has always been a part of me, and connecting with people through sound, rhythm, and vibe still brings me joy. So basically, she doesn't want to come second place to Britney's booming career, it seems. Let's see. Britney also identifies as she, her. She's 27, is the ultimatum giver, and is a Virgo. Her first queer crush was Kalani, and she is a registered nurse and an entrepreneur. Fun fact about her, I love dancing at Caribbean girl, period. Period. Sign me up for a fet, honey. Love me a good fet. I love dancing at Caribbean parties and loving on my dog and bunny. Both are like therapy in their own way. About Britney surprised herself when she boldly approached AJ at a club the night they met, but she simply couldn't resist, and their electric chemistry was solidified the moment they began to dance together. It was magic. We were so in tune and in sync, she shares. Unfortunately, the couple is significantly less in step with the vision of the future together. I issued AJ an ultimatum because after years of loving and building a life with her, I'm ready for the next chapter, says Britney. I want clarity on where we are going and if she sees forever the same way I do. I mean, listen, sometimes it's easy to point at the person who's receiving the ultimatum to be like, oh, you're not serious. You're just wasting this person's time. But as the ultimatum giver, Britney, I have to ask, have you made it clear through your actions that you will be able to prioritize your relationship and not let it go to the wayside because your business is what takes precedence, but all the time at the detriment of your relationship? I don't know. Next, we have Haley and Pilar. They've been together for 10 years. Haley identifies as she, her. She's 29. She's the ultimatum giver, and she is a Taurus. She is a senior food scientist. Her first queer crush was the 5 muses from Hercules. That's real. And the fun fact is, in my spare time, I enjoy chocolatiering. About her, Haley first got to know Pilar when they were both orientation leaders after their freshman year in college, and they've been inseparable ever since. Haley was attached to Pilar's kindness, drive, enthusiasm for life, sense of humor, and yes, her appearance. Her outrageous good looks were the cherry on top, Haley shares. Growing up in California, Haley's queer identity was shaped by the viral No Hate campaign. After a decade of being happily partnered with, they have been together for 10 years. Oh, child. Ooh. Doesn't that go against, listen, don't crucify me, okay? Please. I'm just trying to learn. But typically, isn't it that lesbians tend to really move quite quickly in their relationship? So 10 years and no ring, I feel like that goes against what typically goes on. Don't kill me. That's just what I've heard. Let's move on. After a decade of being happily partnered with Pilar, she's ready to exercise her right to wed the love of her life. We have always been firmly planted next to one another, and I want an even deeper commitment, she explains. If they make it through this experiment and down the aisle, Haley will be raising a glass of her drink of choice, a filthy martini, and toasting to a bright future with Pilar. Pilar is 29, identifies as she, her, is the ultimatum receiver, and is a Libra. Her occupation is a physical therapist. Her queer crush was Princess Kita from Atlantis. And a fun fact is my club debut as a DJ was opening for my biggest inspiration, Jay Wara. Okay. About her, we've never slept apart since that summer. Pilar says, what, never? Not a single day in the last 10 years? Wow. Okay. But for Pilar, that more than fills her cup because she ultimately views marriage as a pointless societal construct. There it is. Because I'm like, from what I've heard, y'all be moving fast. But okay, if you just see it as a pointless societal construct, I could see you not wanting to go down that road. Pilar's feelings are further complicated by the internal turmoil she has about her parents who openly disapprove of her queer identity and their relationship with Haley. That'll do it. Though Pilar's family isn't accepting of her sexuality, she sought guidance from other members of the LGBTQ plus community, including artists like DJ Jay Wara, who inspired her to embrace her own queerness and pursue her dream of building a career as a gay woman in the male-dominated music industry. Interesting. Next, we have Kyle and Bridget. They've been together for 2.5 years. Kyle identifies as she, they. They are 30. They are the ultimatum giver, and they are a Leo. Kyle, 30, is a graphic designer. Their first queer crush was Rachel Stevens from S Club 7. And the fun fact is, as a child, I could recite from memory every dog breed that was in the Encyclopedia of Dog Breeds. Oh, wow. Unfortunately, I can no longer do this. I mean, that's a lot of information to retain, but go off. About Kyle was immediately drawn to Bridget's energy, even through the phone screen. The two both swiped right on a dating app, and now, years later, Kyle's sure about spending the rest of their lives together. As I've gotten older, I've realized getting married is an important step for me, Kyle shares. I want to know Bridget is committed to building a life and a future together. Marriage is a non-negotiable for Kyle, which isn't really a surprise coming from someone who has very particular expectations for an ideal date night. For the record, it's a sunset picnic on a warm beach with all of their favorite snacks, no bugs, and no wind. Okay, so unrealistic. Now it's time for Bridget to decide if their future includes an engagement. Hopefully their relationship doesn't go the way of Angel Hayes and Ireland Baldwin's. I don't know who those people are, which just so happens to be a formative pop culture partnership in Kyle's personal queer awakening. Then we have Bridget. She identifies as she, they. They are 28 years old, the ultimatum receiver, and they are an Aquarius. They are a writer and a bartender. The first why do I always struggle to say that? The first queer crush was Zach and Cody from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I can't really explain it, but if you had a crush on them as a kid, you're probably gay now. Well, to the gay people in the chat, true or false? Let me know. Fun fact, I have a black belt in martial arts. Interesting. About Bridget. For Bridget, marriage feels unnecessary. Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah? Why are y'all with people who don't value marriage in the same way you do? I value marriage a lot, but I wouldn't judge somebody who doesn't value marriage. I wouldn't date them, though. I wouldn't, because I'm just signing myself up for disappointment. Like, I'm not going to wait around to convince you to be okay with something that you've never been okay with. What? No. Anyways, I don't really understand the point. However, Bridget does see a forever with Kyle, who has always felt like the past, present, and future. Right off the bat, I felt like we had the same sense of humor, and it just felt like I'd already known her for a while. Okay. So they primarily go as her, so I'm just going to stick with that. Just as Bridget's cosmic ties with Kyle have gone back ages, as too has the connection with their own queerness. At just 2 years old, Bridget begged her mom to allow her to watch the puppy episode of Ellen, in which Ellen DeGeneres' character comes out as gay. The iconic episode, which Bridget thought was actually going to be about a puppy, had a profound effect. Looking back, that's probably what made me gay. Okay. Next, we have Mel and Marie. They have been together for 4 years. Mel identifies as she, her. She's 27 and she is the ultimatum receiver and is a Taurus. Her occupation is a food truck owner and a chef. And her first queer crush y'all should know at this point I'm gonna struggle. First queer crush was Pink. I don't know if I wanted her or wanted to be her. Probably both. Fun fact, I have trypophobia. Which one is that? Is it the circles? Is it the circles? I feel like it's the circles. Hold on, let me search that. Hey Siri. What is trypophobia? The rudeness. It's the circles. Okay. About Mel. Mel has always had a crush on Marie, but it's like Malcolm and Mel and Marie. Okay. But they didn't begin dating until after Marie came out. I was definitely intrigued and wanting to step out of the friend zone, Mel shares. In the years since, the two have launched into both a relationship and a business partnership with their popular food truck, which keeps them very busy and leaves little time for romance. It's to be expected that the lines between their personal and professional lives tend to be a bit blurry, especially since the way to Mel's heart is through her stomach. Take me on a flight to anywhere and let's try all the bougie food spots, she says, for her dream date. But before they drive off into the sunset together, Mel needs some convincing to settle down. Marie is ready for forever, but I feel like there's a few things we need to get in order first. See, I'm not mad at that. If you believe in marriage, but you just think that you're not there yet as a couple, that makes sense. So then we have Marie. Marie also identifies as she, her. I love this dress. It's cute. She is 27. She's the ultimatum giver. She is a Virgo. She's a food truck owner, a butler, and a bartender. And her first queer crush yep, y'all already know. Oh my gosh. And her, it was Sophia Bush, okay? I'm just going to say crush. Her first crush was Sophia Bush. Fun fact, I'm the most extroverted introvert there is. About her, Marie met Mel through a mutual friend when they were teenagers. Though Marie wasn't out at the time, she was drawn to Mel's confidence and certainty in herself. Now that the couple is partnered in life and business, Marie thinks that it's time to elevate their relationship. Building a family is also an important consideration, and Marie believes the first step in that journey is marriage. I want to know where I'm going in life, she says. In issuing the ultimatum, she's simply looking for direction, and nothing would make this homebody happier than if it pointed toward many more nights with Mel on the couch. Marie's perfect evenings are spent drinking a glass of wine in a cozy robe and watching a movie, stand-up comedy, or a show that's impacted her the most, The L Word. Next, we have Dinah, I'm going to assume it's pronounced Dinah, and Megan. They've been together for 1.5 years. Dana? Oh, maybe it's Dana. Anyways, Dana is 25, identifies as she, her. She is the ultimatum giver and is a Gemini. She is a relationship manager as her occupation. Her first queer crush was King Princess, and a fun fact is I'm left-handed. About Dana, Dana says she was immediately obsessed upon first meeting Megan at a bar. She was captured by Megan's beauty, uniqueness, and fun energy. Even with strong feelings for her now partner, Dana has struggled with her avoidant attachment style and how it manifests in her relationship. Ironically, though, Dana is not the one dragging her feet when it comes to committing to each other for a lifetime. I'm ready to be more serious and plan a future with Megan, she says. Well, maybe Megan is seeing that you not ready yourself. Okay. For Dana, a formative pop culture moment was Miley Cyrus publicly coming out as queer. So let's see if this experiment turns out to be a relationship wrecking ball. Megan also identifies as she, her. She is 27. She's the ultimatum receiver and is a Taurus. She works as a business manager. Her first crush was Xenon from Xenon. And her fun fact is I like to untangle stuff. Necklaces, headphones, etc. I'm like that too. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's a fun fact of mine, but if I see like even right now, these cords for the mic and stuff all tangled up, I love to have them like all neat. I'm with you, girl. So about her, unlike her partner, Megan says she walks through life with an anxious attachment. That's the toxic connection right there. Somebody who's avoidant and somebody who's who's anxious. That anxious is always going to be chasing the avoidant, and the avoidant is going to just keep avoiding. Despite the insecurity she might inherently feel in romantic relationships, making a lifetime commitment isn't the solve she's looking for. Megan believes she's receiving the ultimatum from Dana due to her own insecurities with boundaries. You see what I'm saying? Megan feels like you the problem. Plus, Megan's traditional family is reluctant to accept her queerness. That'll do it too. So she struggles envisioning a future in which all of her loved ones can coexist. Getting married could be a way to show her family that Dana is here to stay, but at this point, Megan simply doesn't feel ready to take that step. And then lastly, we have Ashley and Marita. They've been together for 3 years. Ashley identifies as she, her. She is 30 years old, is the ultimatum giver, and is a Virgo. She works as an accountant manager. Her first queer crush was Madison Beer. And her fun fact is, I am extremely spontaneous and love to travel or go on any kind of crazy adventure. About her, oh, this is a long one. Mercy. After matching on a dating app, Ashley and Marita dove deep, surprising each other with the ability to keep a great conversation going long after the first swipe. I found Marita very beautiful and interesting from the start and wanted to keep getting to know her. And so she did, and Ashley quickly became certain that she wanted to carry on these conversations for the rest of her life. Marita, on the other hand, isn't so sure, which pushed Ashley to issue the ultimatum. I'm getting tired of her inconsistency in our relationship. But you are issuing the ultimatum, so are you that tight? Okay. I'm getting tired of her inconsistency in our relationship, along with the fact that she never chooses me and seeks feelings elsewhere with other people. Wrap it up. Wrap it up right now. I want her to pick me and know I am enough. Oh, Ashley, mamas. Oh, girl, y'all should not be getting married. Having been shaped by watching Shannon Beveridge and Cammie Scott back in their YouTube days, Ashley is now ready to put her own relationship out there for the world to see. Don't do it. Though she is hoping for a happier ending. Oh, did they break up? You're probably going to face the same fate. Just going to be honest with you. Lastly, we have Marita. She identifies as she, her. She is 25, is the ultimatum receiver, and is a Pisces. Her occupation is account executive, and her first queer crush was Miley Cyrus or Shay Mitchell. Her fun fact is, I am an advanced scuba diver, and I beat Guy Fieri and his son at go-karting when I was little. Now that's a fun fact. Okay. About her, as a diehard fan of the OC, Marita is looking for the Alex Kelly to her Marissa Cooper. In other words, Marita is a true romantic, and keeping the passion alive in a relationship is the key to her heart. For Marita, that looks like planning a date that includes a surprise scavenger hunt during a sunset on the beach that leads to a special invitation for a candlelit dinner. Okay, all of these ideal dates are just like very, very specific. Y'all seem like the people who will be easily disappointed. And I think a lot of people on this cast are going to be quite disappointed in how things pan out in their relationships. Okay. And while she and Ashley have a natural chemistry and deep conversations, Marita still feels like Ashley could make romance more of a priority in their relationship. So until she sees real change, Marita has no plans on walking down the aisle. I can't blame you, Marita. I feel like that's the right thing to do. I feel like that's the right thing to do. Yeah. I'm not ready to settle for anything less than what I know I deserve. Wait, how long have y'all been together? Hold on. So y'all have been together 3 years. And y'all haven't ironed out these kinks in 3 years. What do y'all be talking about? And then she just say that they have a deep chemistry and deep conversation. I don't know if y'all talk about the right stuff. You have no plans of walking down the aisle until you see change in her. So I'm here thinking, like, are you just the perfect partner? Like, what's the tea, baby? Anyways, I'll be logged in come June 25th. Okay, I'm so excited for season 2. Season 1 was one of the messiest seasons I have seen. Like between the Ultimatum Queer Love and the Ultimatum South Africa, I don't know which one is better. But I know either way, I'm thoroughly entertained. So I hope you guys will be tuning in for those reviews. Again, if you want a more like interactive type of situation with me where I'm responding to comments and things like that, you can check that out on the reality, what's the show called? Reality Recap. As if I don't have this big ass sign in my living room. The reality recap. But yeah, I'm kind of just gonna keep my distance because my feelings were hurt last season and I'm not trying to do that again. Just being completely honest. But as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.